Sacrosanct. I don't think I've ever heard that word before. Basically no messing around. So this is funky. We're going to get to visit the place where the souls of the dead go. Should be a treasure chest here, I think. There we go. So this is a very easy chest to miss, and I remember being quite shocked the first time I found it. And we've got 8 lightning marbles. So that gives you 1 free lightning proof armor. But I guess I should tell you this now, do not use it on Tidus, because well, I guess you can, but you will soon get lightning proof armor for Tidus, so you're probably better off using it for someone else if you really want to use it. But remember, you have the null shock ability, so if you're feeling a little bit more confident and you'd prefer, you know, 4 or 5 characters to have SOS null shock rather than 1 character to have a proof armor, then you can go with that. Some really interesting scenes coming up here, actually. Some nice speeches and quotes as well. One of the sections I like more for the story, anyway.
Question about this Farplane. When somebody dies, a summoner sends them to the Farplane, right? So their souls, or whatever they are, they go to the Farplane, right? But that's the Farplane we're going to, right? And Yuna's old man's there too? Do dead people live there or something?
You thinking those funny thoughts again, yeah? You'll see once we get there.
Aren't you coming?
I do not belong there.
You're scared.
Searching the past to find the future. This is all that is there. I need it not. You'd better be going.
You're not really going to see the dead. More like your memories of them. People think of their relatives, and the Fireflies react to them. They take on the form of the dead person. An illusion, nothing else. Well, have fun.
What, you're not going either, Riku?
I keep my memories inside.
Huh?
Memories are nice, but that's all they are.
So two different perspectives. One is going there just because he's seen it all. He knows everything he needs to know. He doesn't need the guidance that he's going to find from there. And one of them just prefers to keep their memories inside. So, 2 different sides of the coin. But we are progressing forward just to see what's up. And the Farplane is another hauntingly beautiful place, actually.
What the? The Farplane was cool, but I couldn't stop thinking about Yuna. Her parents, they looked so happy together. But it got me worried that maybe seeing them would make Yuna really consider Seymour's proposal.
Okay, so we need to talk to a few people here. And well, like he said, at the end of the day, Yuna's father and mother were of different races, and her and Seymour are kind of different races too. So maybe seeing how happy her parents were will genuinely kind of influence her into saying yes to Seymour's proposal.
Yo, Chappu! Meant to come see you earlier, yeah? Sorry. I know you won't hold it against me. I gave up that game. I'm a guardian from here on, you know? This guy looks a lot like you. Showed up. Traveling with him, I thought maybe you were still alive somewhere, yeah? But then again, here you are on the Farplane. Guess your place is here. So, how you been? Oh, that guy I just told you about? I gave him your sword. He likes it.
Huh? Whoa.
Let's have a look at the sword. There we go. So that is the fully fledged full power version of the Brotherhood. So yeah, it's going to be useful in the next area in particular actually. So there you go. After that scene, your Brotherhood gets fully powered. So after seeing Chappu, what I thought was maybe if Tidus was, let's say, a few years older, let's say he was Wakka's age, then I guess, and his haircut was maybe a little bit different, I guess he would look a lot like Chappu. And maybe Lulu would actually think differently about him, because obviously at the moment, even though we're going to make some kind of slight advances towards her, you'll see what I mean in the next half an hour or so, she's always kind of put a distance between herself and Tidus because she's like 5 years older than him, and she's still feeling the loss of Chappu and whatever. But I reckon if Tidus was a few years older and in-game Tidus actually had an interest in Lulu, then things maybe would have played out differently. So, and even now, maybe deep down, she does have some, conflicting feelings towards Tidus because he does look like her ex, I guess, fiancé.
He is dead, and I am still alive. Coming here really makes that clear. I should focus more on what I have to do now.
What?
I'm not even sure what I'm saying.
Don't you mean that you should leave Chappu behind? I'm sure he was a great guy, but there'll be others.
That's a possibility.
How about Wakka?
What, me with Wakka?
Yeah, you two get along great.
Getting along isn't enough. Not even close.
Oh, sorry. My mistake.
You'd do well to remember that. Knowing a bit about women might come in handy someday.
Yeah, I'll remember.
I won't be forgetting either. Goodbye, Chappu. You always said I looked grumpy. But those were the happiest days of my life.
So there we go. I mean, come on, what does Tidus know about women? Wakka with Lulu? Come on, seriously. What was he thinking? But again, the game, like I mentioned before, it steers you away from the Tidus-Lulu thing, because Tidus himself is saying, what about Wakka? So, they're making sure that your focus is firmly on this young lady over here. Let's see what she has to say.
So, Yuna?
I've decided.
Oh, really? That's good.
I remember when I was only 7 years old in Bavel that day. My father had defeated Sin, and the whole town was out in the streets. Everyone was laughing. They all seemed so happy. If I defeated Sin, that would make everyone happy, wouldn't it? I must do what everyone wants, not just what I want.
Let's go back. You gotta tell Seymour.
Before that, call Sir Jet. Give it a try.
Huh?
Don't worry. He won't come.
Trying not to think about my old man made me think about him, of course.
See, told you.
He isn't here because he's not dead. He's Sin.
That means he's alive, you know.
What if my old man really is Sin? What would I say to Yuna? Heck, to everybody in Spira. Wait, why should I have to apologize for him anyway? I'd rather never see him again.
What makes you hate him so?
Everything he does just makes me mad. It was his fault that me and my mother... Mom? It's her.
She's very pretty.
But... wait. No one ever performed the sending for her.
She must have accepted death while she was still alive.
Whoa there. That's my mother you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think I just... figured something out.
What?
Why I hate my old man.
They say that whether you realize it or not, the people you prefer as partners tend to share some traits with your mother. So I've always thought Tidus' mum looks a little bit like Yuna.
See, so I told him what I thought of him right there.
What, really?
Course.
I suppose, but... Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Whenever my old man was around, my mother wouldn't even look at me. Maybe that's when I started to resent him, even hate him. When he left us, Mom just lost her energy.
Is she all right?
Why should you care?
If she dies, I wouldn't know what to do.
Don't say Mom is gonna die.
I apologize.
The old lady next door told me, when a lovebird dies, the one left behind, it just gives up living so it can join its mate. It was just like that. I hated my old man even more. But really, my old man...
Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Go to him. He'll cry if you don't.
Oh, man. I must sound so stupid.
I don't think so.
How embarrassing.
Well, need some more time.
No. I'm ready.
Did I miss something?
Thanks for waiting. I'll go give my answer to Maester Seymour.
Lord Jyscal! Oh, Lord Jyscal!
He does not belong here.
Why?
Yuna, send him.
Lord Jyscal.
He is Lord Jyscal no more. Send him now.
Talk later. We leave now.
What was that just now? That really Lord Jyscal?
He wasn't sent, so he became a fiend, right?
I would think that he was sent once, but he stayed on Spira. Something, a powerful emotion, could have bound him to this world. Such things happen.
That's against the rules, isn't it?
It means he died an unclean death.
Ooh. So the plot thickens. Jyscal died an unclean death. And we're gonna... He dropped a sphere before Yuna sent him. I'm not sure how he managed to carry that one with him, but he dropped a sphere. So we're gonna find out the circumstances surrounding his death fairly soon. But I need to find a save sphere first. I think it was downstairs, because there's a lot of conversation here that I don't want to miss. But it was interesting seeing Tidus' mum there, because it was almost, you know, okay, he hates his father, but it seems like his mother, he hates his father for what he made, for what Jecht made his mother do, kind of thing. I know that sounds a bit silly, but I think Tidus' mum was so in love with Jecht that she didn't really give her son the attention he needed. So, I mean, that's an interesting thing about his mum as well. So it's almost more his mum's fault that he didn't really get the love that he needed as a child, and obviously he blames his father more for that. So it's interesting to see that, like the way he said, you know, go to him or he'll cry if you don't. So it's obvious that maybe Jecht was aware of this as well, but it's interesting stuff. So his mother wasn't quite a saint either. But apparently even people that die 1,000 years ago still manage to appear on the Farplane, so...
Care to hear about the
The Farplane.
The Farplane's the place where fireflies born from ascending gather. They appear in the shape of people who've died and gone to the Farplane. Quite the phenomenon. How I wish I understood it more fully. The Owlbed have a theory, you know. They say the fireflies are just reacting to visitors' thoughts and dreams. But only the dead appear on the Farplane. No image of the living has ever been seen. It's a great mystery, but maybe the dead leave a bit of themselves in the hearts of the living. And that little bit borrows the fireflies' power for their paranormal performance. Or maybe not, who knows? And that, as they say, is that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good theory. Or you could say that the dead leave a piece of themselves within the fireflies that come out of them. So that's why they end up taking the form of those people. Who knows? Let's see what's going on.
I will go. Meet with Maester Seymour.
Yuna! Jyscal is the Guado's problem, not yours.
What?
So, Lulu, what do you think about Yuna getting married?
As long as the pilgrimage continues, either way's fine.
That's it? What if she doesn't even like the guy? Is that okay?
People marry for many reasons.
What's that mean?
Sometimes marriage doesn't require love, you know? Defeat sin and bring joy to the people of Spira. Get married and bring joy to the people of Spira. For Yuna, they're just two ways down the same road. All you need is determination. If you have that, you don't need love.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
My man Tidus, he was so blatantly just staring at her breasts throughout that entire conversation. Oh man. Lulu could turn a boy into a man, that's for sure. But I'm going to continue to annoy Lulu and chat to her. It should be said here that this game has like an affection kind of index type thing. And based on your actions throughout the game and who you show more attention to throughout the game, certain events will happen differently. So here, if you noticed, I walked off with Lulu, and there's going to be a scene later on, and Lulu's also going to be a part of that scene. So it depends on who you show more affection. If you show Riku more affection, then you will have some scenes with Riku. But depending on the choices you make here and who you decide to talk to, things will play out slightly differently. So let's continue to bug Lulu.
Listen, if Yuna gets married, then I...
What? That again?
Yes. If she is to marry, I would want her to marry for love.
See?
But If Yuna said she wanted to marry the one she loves, I would have to object.
Huh? You're not making much sense.
I know.
Oh, you fool. Hopefully you guys understood what she meant there. I'm not going to clarify it.
Lulu?
I've talked enough about that.
What?
I'm sorry, just forget about it.
Jeez, Grumpy.
You'll understand one of these days. I just don't want to give it words, not yet. I shouldn't have to say this, but don't fall in love with her.
Oh yeah, here it comes. The bit that every Lulu fanboy loves.
Interesting. I suppose I could add you to my list. I wish you good luck, little boy. You're going to need it.
Loving that fist pump from Tidus. He's on board.
We leave as soon as Yuna returns. I trust you'll be ready.
So boring, Orin.
For a while there, I was a little worried about what was gonna happen, yeah?